Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Crypt Files, your once weekly follow-up podcast of the hit, the end, actual play D&D Let's Play podcast.
Woo!
Oh man,
I'm
this
so excited.
This temple,
for how that ends.
gorgeous setting.
Oh my god!
Great battle to open things up with the painted ladies. We were in real mortal danger. We almost lost Monet.
I had a feeling it was going to be memory related with this temple. I had.
It's very memory related.
I
had a
enjoyed
feeling.
being level 1 and getting one shot by saving from a fog.
Not even a hit.
It didn't even
That was
hit
a
me.
tough one. That was one that basically was like I knew that was how I was going to start it. Was cloud kills going in the fog?
Yeah.
I'm going to give everyone a chance to scatter because like Daedra knows this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Daedra knows that these things will focus on a group.
Yeah.
They've lost people before.
They do crowd control.
And so, like, that was the first thing. And I know there's level 1 characters. I'm like, if one of them's in there, they will probably die.
I was fully ready for it. Like I was like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever, turtle dead.
Yeah.
Golly, though, this temple.
Luckily,
man.
we had 2 other hunters with us.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, he was a monk too. Surprising.
So, are we thinking that these offerings are taking their memories or giving them back? Or
I don't think it matters whether or not they have the memories.
I don't
I
think-
feel like we just need to get the offerings together. And
I
I don't
think
think
the
the
thing will
offerings are
work.
memories, if that's what you're saying.
well, I mean,
This one just happens to
all
be quilts.
things are on the
and
table.
We still have to go look at the other 3. 2.
Yeah.
The other two.
I guess it would be really cool and magical and mystical if it was memories, but that's not the impression I'm getting because they've both lost their memories in the same place.
right, but to different altar areas, and so I'm wondering if there's.
Was the place that James was in an altar, or was that just a?
It was the magical ritual circle. He was up past that.
Oh.
Yeah.
At the
in
garden.
charge to protect it.
What did he say? He was there. He only knows a few things. He knows that he's a forester, that only foresters are allowed in here, and that the ritual circle should be protected.
Yeah.
There's not much else he remembers beyond that.
Yeah.
This one's really hard for me. These are the types of puzzles where I climb up a little bit. I'm like,
So I know the way Alex makes puzzles.
Yes. Yeah.
so
and
why aren't you
there-
solving it?
There are many ways
You're
to
in a
solve.
bathtub right now.
There are many ways to solve Alex's puzzles. We just got to find something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not looking for like, oh, you figured out a cool answer. I'm going to make that the cool answer. It's like there's things happening.
Yeah.
If certain things happen, then that'll lead to other things. So like there's definitely things going on behind the scenes that I'm hoping will just slowly be revealed.
I mean,
But everything's
roots-
always reacting to what you are doing.
yeah.
the roots taking the quill.
And groaning when we tried to take it away.
That's why I was like, do we want these quilts back? Because I was
it
going
doesn't
to be
want to
like,
lose its offering.
I was going to be like, here's a knife, cut it down.
I'll give you that one. That was the correct thing.
Oh,
Right. So like that warm feeling is
Yeah,
me trying to
it's
say
good.
like this is less desecrated.
I'm on you. I don't believe you. I think this is
Nice.
a trick. I think this is a red herring.
Rooster was correct.
Nice try though, DM.
missing a whole decade of his life, and he still got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
Thank
too.
God for that.
I
Well,
guess
the losing
that the
memories.
20s is where you developed your caution, and that's all gone now.
Yes. Yeah. It's where I made the most mistakes.
He's a virgin again too.
Oh, yeah.
You get it twice.
The only time I ever had sex was in my 20s.
The
Get
thing
that.
about losing the last year is actually like a positive thing for Monet because the last year's been horrible.
Yeah.
And I know where he's at. Like when you said that, I was like, oh, I know where he is and how
Sure,
he's
sure,
going
yeah.
to react.
Yeah.
Because a year ago
I'm
he was
excited
happy.
for that. Thank
But
you
doesn't
for separating from the group so I can just be like eat memories and now you have to come back to see this turtle who is not going to remember any of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you said it was from then to the year previous, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah, we're gone from his memory. We're gonna walk back up, and he's gonna be like, "Who are you guys?"
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
dude,
bad.
yeah, you're going to be like, why am I in
Yeah,
a bathtub with a guy?
I don't know any of you.
Yeah.
that's
He's
dramatic.
just like sharing mushrooms with this guy. Like, oh.
Eating it off of his thumb.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. A delicacy.
Well,
Yeah,
he's-
that was just I wanted him to like share a meal in that moment. Was what that was, and then I'm like, oh no, you're all gonna think this is real sus.
This is like, oh,
He's
what's
got mushroom paste that he's eating. It's like, oh, that's it.
And
That's
then
the one.
and then he lost a memory.
I didn't think it was the mushroom.
It makes me think of whatever movie that was where Johnny Depp was chasing the dragon in the bathtub. Anybody remember that?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You mean chasing the dragon isn't doing heroin?
Absinthe, heroin, something. I don't remember what it was, but
Fucking Fear and Loathing?
no, it was like a timepiece, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it was giving off those vibes, like he's in a brothel, like in a hot tub, like getting drugged
tub.
and just blissed out of his mind. But
I was happy I got to do my turtle time because that's something that my character excels at is turtle time.
time.
Yeah.
question for the DM. Last session,
Mm-hmm.
was there an X on the entrance to the Forest Enclave stump?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, it was
'Cause
the
I
wrong
had-
one.
Because I had a note that I didn't see until we had already decided to jump into it
Mm-hmm.
that said, if there's an X on this thing, that means don't go in.
Gotcha.
And
yeah.
so I'm wondering, did we miss that?
No,
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the
if that's what you're
alternate
talking about.
area
No.
Okay.
where
That was
everybody
to
is
find the
evil.
enclave,
It's
right?
basically like, yeah, if you need to dispose of a hideout.
Okay.
Like if you've got like this mark to be safe and you find out it's no longer safe, then
Right.
you would write an X on there.
And that was not.
And you did not see
Definitely
Okay,
hobo
good.
signs.
that. Yeah.
The X is one
But
of the most
forest
secret of
people.
all hobo signs.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
It
what an
means
X
go.
on the door means.
Just means
Interesting.
disregard any other notes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm loving this. So
yeah,
far.
I'm excited. I'm really.
I'm perplexed, but
yeah, I am too.
I like
And this is the first time I've been like, I wish Val was here. I wish
Yeah,
Lisa
I
was
know.
here.
It's okay. You got Rooster Crow.
And you
A
got
guy
a turtle.
who's currently forgot his 20s.
oh,
And you got
boy.
a turtle that doesn't know any of you.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just, poke things, shake things out, see what happens.
That's kind of been Rooster's entire
Yeah.
strategy. He just grabbed a stick, hit the circle, grabbed a quilt, threw it up in the branch. Yeah, I don't know. It's
yeah.
Try this.
just throw shit till it sticks. I don't know.
I don't know why, but like my first thought when you described the puzzle was like the classic sort of like BioWare puzzle where it's like, you gotta like, or like the classic like bucket puzzle where it's like you have a 5-gallon bucket and a 2-gallon bucket, but you have to get
Sure,
3
sure.
gallons or whatever,
I hate
And
those.
you're describing this, and I was like, oh, easy. We just have to figure out how to turn the dials or whatever. And then you're like, there's no dials, and I was like,
yeah.
fuck.
Well, you've lost me.
Those very like physical puzzles
Yeah.
work in video games. They work great
Yeah,
in video
not
games
so much
because
in
of that
D&D.
instant interaction you have. And if we had like a tabletop or something where you could physically interact with them, I would definitely.
If we had 3 jars.
yeah, yeah, then I think that would work well. But for it just being theater of the mind, I struggle with that, trying to come up with puzzles. And so it's like I want to try and make
Yeah.
places where you can interact and find information. It's a little tougher to make those just run of the mill puzzles or those
Yeah.
direct puzzles. I did think about a few of them, but I didn't implement any.
No, this is great. This is definitely much better than us sitting around pretending to try to solve actual physical puzzles.
This is me trying to implement a monster that I wanted to implement a long time ago.
Huh.
That you never like you didn't take a left when you should have taken a right kind of thing, and so we never met this
Okay.
creature. And I'm like, I'm gonna make a whole entire temple out of it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
This is
And-
like in Zelda when you go into the fish for the temple. We're in the fish.
You're in the fish. Jabu.
Jabu Jabu.
And there are 4 altars.
There's 3 altars and then 1 ritual circle.
And the ritual circle is where James is.
And that's where James is. And yeah, do we want to talk
Sean.
about James and Sean?
I mean, let's let them cook on that.
Let 'em
for a
go.
little.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
It's, and then
Couple of honorary foresters.
I'm assuming we're gonna meet Mike and Meg eventually.
Mike and Meg, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I thought. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
what are the names on the other quilts? 'Cause
I
thought for
realized
sure.
it when I heard the second name. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I knew.
James is just a James.
I knew when he said James. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, well, when he said James, I was like, God, wasn't that one of the Foresters from way back in the prologue? Like, we were waiting for Simon's.
We literally discussed before. Like,
I didn't realize.
I was
until Sean.
invested in the game, Dash. Okay.
I'm also invested. My level 1 character is very into this.
Yeah.
And he's very certain
We
he is
played
now
for
the new
4
member
hours.
in the group.
You are.
Oh boy.
He is.
I'm very
He's
certain
going
that I
to
know.
go and raid Quilton Bay with us when we're done. I have enough gold to make sure Rooster can stay in the party for a long time.
And I can
Yeah,
be my sexy turtle self.
Rooster
We're
forgot
just
his
gonna leave
20s,
You're
though.
gonna be fine down here.
He's gonna be reckless.
I'm going to be
need your
doing all
20s.
kinds of.
I have 2 orcs on payroll. I can have a weird deep gnome who's reckless too, you know? The amount of money I have,
I mean, once you hire 4 people, then you can that can be the new party.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Go-
It's just people
go
you
And
do
then
that.
they hire
Yeah.
4 people.
Yeah, it's a
And then
big
they
pyramid.
hire
Trickle down,
Yeah.
trickle down D&D economics.
No,
yeah.
it's not a pyramid scheme.
We kind of started with that, like with our captain. Oh God, what Brooch? Brooch.
Yeah.
And then now we have Big Craig.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then if we get the orcs back, that's a party.
And we have Morgan,
It's quite the downline
We
you've
always
got.
forget
the
about
human.
You've got
being.
such a downline.
But that's the fun part, you know.
Making all the money off of other
Look,
people's.
if you remember playing Dragon Age Origins, the fight at the end of the game was easier the more allies you made along the way.
Yeah, that's true.
If you automate it, if you hire enough people, you don't even have to play D&D.
Yeah.
I agree.
You can just have the DM do it for you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, just do it for us.
Can you open up the Excel spreadsheet for next week and we can start inputting our moves now?
Guys, it looks good. Yeah, I think you guys are going to get it. We won't even have to play next week.
All right.
I mean, honestly, it is fun though collecting NPCs.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
fun.
part of the fun.
It's part
There
of the
are
enjoyment.
rules for hiring underlings.
Yeah.
Why not use
yeah,
them?
it's always a thing where you're like, can I make this non-playable character like playable, you know? And it's, I don't know.
You know,
I enjoy it.
I became obsessed with this idea way back when we were doing the other Haven campaign, and I had Arthur who had a body servant, you know, and
Oh,
I was like, I can't wait to see like what this means for our game, and like I always loved Willem, like you got this guy you can count on
Your
no matter
bat
what.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Batman.
The biggest thing for me with any of that is
Man, I
as
keep
long as
forgetting that.
you as the player take on the responsibility. You know, it's like you can have a dog or a cat, but you have to take care of them. You have to remind me when there should be an interaction with them. Because even like with this fight we just did, where I had 3 NPCs and Jason, it just feels like when you go through and it's like, okay, this NPC that's helping you guys has a turn, and then this other NPC that's helping you guys has a turn,
It's
and
just
then another
you
one is like,
playing you.
with myself.
yeah, it's like this isn't fun for any of you guys.
You're
This is
welcome.
helpful.
To be fair, I like watching you play with yourself.
You're welcome.
I'll
Look,
set up a stream for you.
Thank you, finally. I've been actually messaging him about this for a long time.
Oh boy.
No, but I get that. It
Yeah,
you know, we love it, but we don't want to actually see the thing that happens when it's like, okay, now I gotta just talk to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's like when he has got 2 NPCs that are talking to each
Yeah,
other. And
yeah.
It's like,
You two converse.
yeah. Well,
Go.
absolutely. When it's needed, I'll do it. But as long as we're leaning away from that kind of stuff.
Sure. So we don't
just
want it
makes
to
it
become
better.
regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get Corgan and Dorgan back, I'm happy to roll their dice for them. So,
Oh no, Corgan and Dorgan, I like them.
ah, damn it!
I'll
see?
play them.
I hired 2 popular of orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am excited to see Corgan and Dorgan.
I know.
And Morgan again.
When are
I'm
we gonna
worried
get a
about them. I'm
reunion with
legitimately worried about them.
I did.
it's
I
gotta
did
be coming soon.
during this realize
Bill?
what Morgan is up to.
Oh,
Morgan and Dorgan and Brooch, I know, but Morgan, we always forget about Morgan.
Which one's
They're
They
about
forgot about Morgan.
He's the guy you hired, and you were gonna.
Oh yeah.
They forgot about Morgan too.
And that's the one you forgot about. Yeah.
I forgot
We had him for like one episode or whatever.
After the betrothal, you hired Morgan on. You all then went to the Port of Stone. You then went for a few weeks into the Underdark, came back out. Morgan, Corgan, Dorgan, and Brooch were gone. So Morgan was like, this sounds great, and then immediately gets shipped off to Quilton.
I like the idea that, like, look, Corgan and Dorgan, because they told us, right, like, they're captured, Brooch is in danger or whatever. And I like the idea that you guys get into Ghoul's bar or whatever, and fucking Morgan's got like a black bandana, and he's like level 12 now. He's just like,
I love the idea of like they've been captured. We break in, we go Corgan, Dorgan, Brooch. Oh my god! And we look over and go.
He's just arms folded.
Who are you? Yeah. He's like,
thank God, you came to save me.
You saved me. Oh yeah, sure.
the only thing that kept me going in these weeks of captivity.
Yeah.
Was seeing.
Sorry, what was your name again?
It's Morgan.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Were you like a part of this?
Yes, you promised me adventure and fruitful work and
shit. We don't really have enough room.
Party's already too big.
I'm telling you though, we're gonna come in and he's gonna have been like, I only did what I thought you wanted me to, master, and he's gonna be like holding down the fort for us.
We got this new guy.
I killed
named
Alistair. You wanted that.
Yeah.
He's
running the lighthouse.
We're like,
I
okay,
did this for you.
we clearly can't let him survive either. Morgan becomes the new big bad.
That would be a twist.
That was a fun session. I enjoyed that.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks to everybody that's been listening to the show and hanging out with us all. Go to dndpodcast.org to keep up with everything off the air. This has been the Crypt Files, your Thursday follow-up to your Monday's favorite show. We'll be back Monday with the next episode, see what happens with our memories and more. Grab your sword. Keep on adventuring.